There's been a lot of debate over the U.S. putting up a fence along the Mexican border, and now Mexico is not only speaking out on the issue, but taking matters into their own hands. They're also constructing their very own border wall. It's being called the Wall of Life, and it'll be made entirely of trees, 400 trees going up. It'll eventually stretch for 318 miles along the border between Mexico and Texas. Carlos Quintanilla is the president of Acción America, and Colin Hanna is the president of WeNeedAFence.com. They both join me now. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on.
Thanks.
Carlos,
thank you for the invitation.
Is this an act by Mexico sort of showing its, let's say, unappreciation of the United States?
Well, it goes to show that what Mexico is saying is that the United States is wrong, and that to build a wall of concrete, of bricks and mortar, sends a wrong message to Mexico, and sends a contradictory message of everything that America is about: compassion, justice, equality, being a model country, and building a wall is just not the right thing to do.
Colin, what about the illegal immigrants that add drugs and crime, human trafficking, public health, and pose a threat to our national security?
Those are all serious threats. This illegal immigration issue is not just about poor people seeking work. Secondly, with regard to what Carlos said about values, American values of compassion and so on, those are absolutely intact and should be. Furthermore, the fence that should be built and is being built should have plenty of gates in it to permit tourism, commerce, trade, and so on. This is a boundary between two allies, and I think it's important that we keep that in mind. At the same time, however, there are nearly a million, between 500,000 and 1 million, illegal entries per year across that line, and there's simply no way to secure it without physical infrastructure. You need other things too, technology and manpower, but you must have physical infrastructure.
Carlos,
to
go
close
ahead.
it.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is contradictory. There's been 450 in their blog, in their website. They say 450 OTMs other than Mexicans. There's never been one incident that he can point to, or that anyone can point to, where there has been a terrorist-related arrest to immigration from Mexico. Why not build the border fence with Canada? Why not build the borders on California with all the imports from China and Korea? Why not build the fences in New York where the terrorists came in and bombed the Twin Towers? I think that to penalize Mexico, to basically build the wall, has political ramifications. What We the Fence is afraid of, and what anti-immigrants are afraid of, is the numerical potential power of Hispanics in the United States, and that's what it comes down to. It has nothing to do with building a fence.
Colin, real quick, I gotta go, but I just want to ask you real quick, do you think that there's a double standard here? Because Mexican immigrants do not only contribute to over $800 billion here in the United States, but Americans without a visa can cross over to Mexico and fill up their gas tanks, and they are spending $2.50 a gallon over there, so much so that Mexico is running out of diesel. Fill up their own diesel tanks, but Americans can come over and buy up as much as they want, but of course the same does not apply for Mexicans here.
No, I don't think there's a double standard at all, and in fact I don't think that the symbolism is anything like what Carlos suggests either. We're pro-immigrant, we're pro-immigration. It's illegal immigration that we're against.
That's what they all say, and it comes down to racism. It comes down to discrimination.
It is not racism at all, Carlos.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay for Walmart and McDonald's and Home Depot and Lowe's to go in Mexico, but it's not okay for Mexican hardworking individuals to come to the United States. I think that's wrong. I think it's unfair. It's unfortunate. It's regretful.
We welcome hardworking immigrants in this country. We just want them to come here legally, Carlos, and we need to know who they are and what their backgrounds are.
I think you know who they are. They work in construction companies and restaurants.
We need to know whether they have a criminal record, drug use record, any kind of diseases, and so on. That's been the policy of this country forever, and it needs to be maintained.
Less than 1% of arrested individuals are immigrants in Texas County jail. So that goes to show that your numbers are wrong.
We're going to have to leave it there. Carlos Quintanilla and Colin Hanna, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
All right.